Hi, everyone. Nicole and I are coming on live to make a big announcement about what's going on this month. Hi,
Hi.
how's it going?
Good. I just want to say that, first of all, I'm so impressed with us because for
Me too.
everybody that wants to know behind the scenes right now, what's happening, we have this IG Live happening. This is where you can see us, video, chime in, put stuff in the comments. Then in the background, we've got a recording for the podcast happening. This is going to exist on the podcast because we're going to get it to our team ASAP and then it will go out tomorrow. So that's fun.
Yeah, we're excited about repurposing.
Kayla, we're about to run our third cohort of cash flow. It's our final cohort for 2025. We couldn't possibly take it on in the fall with the launch of our book coming
Yeah.
out and all of the fun stuff that we have going on. So we thought we want to do one more round. The first two rounds of cash flow have been phenomenal. Feedback, testimonials, they're endless. They're so good. But can we talk about why we've added on what is typically our VIP day that we offer in July of every year? Why we're talking about mapping, not mapping out, because it's so much more than a map. Everybody walking away, understanding truly the sales of how to generate six figures in the last 6 months of the year and why we're tacking that on to cash flow. You want to speak
Yeah,
a little bit to that? Like why this time of year is so important to reset your goals?
yeah, totally. We were looking at our calendar for the year and we're like, okay, we've never run cash flow at starting in summer into July.
So
So we are
we are
going to
going
do
to do
that
that
this
this
year.
year.
And like you
Like you
said,
said,
we
we
usually
usually
do
do
a
a
six figure
figure
and
and
6 month VIP day in July. And we thought what would be so helpful for the cash flow
flow folks.
folks is to have an actual strategy, a step by step map that goes with your business, not just like somebody gives it to you and you may or may not be able to apply it. Like you're going to create it alongside everybody else in the cohort for your business to be able to make six figures in the next 6 months. And we're going to break down exactly how
See
you
how
can
you
do
can do
that.
that.
We're going to
We're gonna
go
go
mindset,
mindset,
strategy,
strategy,
numbers. And it's a 90-minute call, quick and dirty. You're going to get in there, you're going to understand your goals of what you're creating. And then we're going to walk through the next 4 weeks after that, the actual cash flow program.
yeah. Another thing that's important to add to this is like, who are we to talk about this, or how do we know that this works?
Yeah.
And you and I don't teach anything we don't know, and we always wait to experience something or embody something first to feel confident to be able to share it with our paid clients and
Mhm.
to not just sell people on a dream. And you and I were able to generate six figures in the first 6 months of My Line Purpose through
Mhm.
just what you said, through powerful mindset, a really powerful yet easy to implement strategy, and then looking at numbers. It's like it really is just a numbers game when it comes down to it, and it can be applied to any business. It doesn't matter if you're a brick and mortar business, it doesn't matter if you're an online business, a service-based business, a product-based business. We have the numbers and the strategy to be able to support, which we do, support people in all different types of businesses to make this reality, to make this their reality.
Yeah, absolutely. Our coach actually put out a podcast this morning, and I listened to it on the way to our photo shoot about how business is about money. And
Mm.
he said on it, his name is Chris Harder. He said, I'm going to ruffle some feathers because people say I'm doing this for the good of society, or I'm doing it to give back, or I'm doing whatever the reason they say their business is. But truly, business is about making money. What you do with that money is completely up to you. You can go make the world a way better place. Sure, we love that. That's what most women are doing here anyway. Now, he said, if you want to go make the world a wonderful place and you don't price your things so you can have great cash flow in your business,
Mm.
good luck. It is going to shut down. And it's
Mm.
like not enough people are having this conversation. So there's the conversation part, which I love, and I love the podcast. And in the cash flow program that we're doing, in the cash flow experience, we actually break it right down. We love, hey, Haley, we love talking about money. We love talking about how your business can make more money. And that's why our goal with everyone inside of Cashflow is going to be creating six figures. For anyone who doesn't know what that means, $100,000 is six numbers in a row, and that's six figures. And so creating six figures or more in the last 6 months of the year. If you already know you're going to do six figures, we challenge you to double that. If you already know you're going to do $1 million, let's go with 2 million. And the thing is, when you project out and say, okay, that feels really big, you start making different decisions. But you alone, sitting at your computer by yourself, that is not going to be a fun, motivating place to say, okay, I want to double it. And then when the motivation leaves and you have to lean on your determination and you have to lean on your own personal why and all that kind of stuff, if you don't have a community around you of people who are also going for it, it just gets so freaking lonely and you can lose the determination.
Absolutely. And I didn't listen to Chris's podcast this morning, but just to also speak to that of business is about making money. And of course, we all want to do great things in the world. And I believe that all businesses get the opportunity to be an embodiment of what it is that they're selling. And we sell freedom. Freedom of your time and freedom of your choice and freedom with your finances. And if what we were selling came from a place of you've got to always be grinding, you've got to always be behind your computer, you've got to always put yourself last, nobody would buy into that vision. We're here to show you all how you can be an embodiment of your work. We just had such a fabulous day. Hair, makeup, photo shoot, lunch, laughs, like all of it, so much fun. And we want to show our clients that when you build a business that you actually love and you do put the right strategy behind it and you dial your mindset to be so strong, you get to live into this vision about why you started your business in the first place.
Yeah, totally. And the people that we magnetize to work with, we become friends with them. We become close with them. We support their business on every level. Like our photographer, Amanda Walker, she is an Align CEO. And we see her taking pictures of other Align CEOs. We're like, we want that too. She's the best of the best. Sign us up. We need a photo shoot with Amanda Walker. So that's what we did today. And then we went for lunch after. And it was so much fun to just hang out and learn more about each other. And you know what? She's making money. We're making money. We're using her images on everything we're doing moving forward. That's going to support us to build our business and support her to build her portfolio. And we just do that all the time with everything we do. And the more you're in the network of people who can help you solve your problem and who are also going for it, it's way more fun and you can all rise together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is what we're doing in cash flow. If
Yeah.
you've been thinking about working with a coach, but us specifically, and you've been unsure about Align CEO method because it's a larger time commitment, it is a 12-month investment, it's a multiple five-figure investment, it's a way larger community and a larger network, and so much more involvement on our end. There's a lot of personalized one-to-one coaching in Align CEO method. However, if you want a taste of what it's like to be coached by myself and Kayla, to be in a mastermind, to learn sales that are backed with mindset and soul and good energy. You want to feel like you actually enjoy sales and not that it's like scammy or icky or yucky or whatever story you have about sales. That is pretty common. If you do feel that way, we just want you to know that's pretty common, but it doesn't have to be. And it doesn't have to be normal. And so if you want to know what that's, we highly encourage that you come join the handful of other people who've already signed up to Cashflow. We don't get started till next Wednesday. So you can get your ducks in a row, get yourself organized, block it off in your calendar to come to the calls. However, early bird does end this Thursday.
And early bird pricing is $500 off, and you need to get in with that. So that ends Thursday. We will keep talking about it, and we start June 25th, Wednesday, June 25th. We record everything. So every call we're on, we'll record it. We put it in the portal. It's really easy to access. You can hop on and watch it if you missed the live, but we encourage you to come live as much as possible and participate and be in community and get coached and ask questions and show up with your homework and all that kind of thing, because we are actually going to help you create the money and the freedom that you want in your business. We are walking you through step by step and cheering you on the whole way. It can be really scary to say out loud, my goal is to make $1 million a year, or my goal is to make $250,000 in whatever 6 months or whatever your goal is. It can be like, no one else in my family has done that. It could be, what are my friends
No
going
one
to
in my
think of
friends.
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
What are my friends going to think of me? It could be like, what do I even do with that much money? And how do I manage my taxes? There's the level of working on your own. Then there's a level of, okay, I'm getting success. How do I keep it going? And then there's a level of, okay, I have success now. How do I steward this properly? How do I manage my money? How do I show up as this new level of myself? And all of it is much more fun when you get to experience it with a group of women who are also doing the same. Like it's so much fun. So come
Women
and
and
join
men.
us. Yeah. And we have some men.
We have some men. We have a handful of very aligned, great, energetic men in our
Yeah. When
community.
you meet them, you're going to want to book into a reading and get to know them because they're just so incredible. Yes. Yeah. So come and join us.
Okay, so the calls will be happening every Wednesday.
Yeah.
Just to make sure that you know that the calls happen Wednesday. We don't host our calls in the evening. We don't host our calls on the weekend. We structured our business to work for our life so that we can enjoy our evenings and our weekends with our loved ones. And so that's why we treat our business like most other businesses and operate in the weekday. And so the calls will be happening Wednesday 10 to 11.
It's in our calendar and it's going to be in your calendar, like everyone who signs up, your calendar too. You will know when it is.
And then just so everybody is really clear, because there are people who have taken cash flow in the past, what is different about this particular version of cash flow compared to the other two that we've done previously is that this one includes the strategy day of the six figures in the next 6 months, which have usually been two separate offerings. So we've usually done cash flow as a 4 week mastermind
Yeah.
and the six figures in 6 months VIP day sold separately. VIP day's been sold as a $2,000 offer, and cash flow's been sold as a $1,500 offer. We're partnering them together, and we want you in there. And if you sign up by Thursday, you save $500 off. 997 Canadian.
Yeah.
And
Canadian.
Canadian. And there's a payment plan.
Yeah.
So, what you can expect is that Kayla and I are going to pop on live every day this week, and we're going to share little bits of different information and about things you might want to know. Do you want to say what we're talking about, or do you want to leave it as a surprise?
Yeah, we can say I have it up here. So we are going to, okay, tomorrow we're talking about what you're going to learn step by step. So all those questions will be answered. And we're happy to answer questions in the chat if you have questions. So just pop them in. On Wednesday, we're going to talk about who it's for and who this is not for. Okay. Then on Thursday, why join us now as opposed to any other time? Why now is the time to get going on your dreams? And Friday is what happens if you don't have the cash flow to join cash flow. And arguably, I would say then you extra really need cash flow. But we'll talk about that on Friday. We're going to talk about money then.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, we're going to get into all of these things. Right now, I want to talk about who this isn't for and who it is for. And I want to talk about why now. But the
Yeah,
thing
this
I
is
do
our
want to leave you with,
15-hour live.
yes, the thing I do want to leave everybody with is there really is only 6 months left of the year. Actually, I don't want to say only. That sounds negative. There is an entire
There
six
are, yeah.
months left of the year. There are six
There
full
are.
months for you to turn the ship around. If you feel like the first 6 months haven't really went the way you desired or haven't been favorable to you, or maybe you've had a rough start or whatever it might be,
Maybe.
you had a fucking awesome
Yeah.
first 6 months and you want to continue to ride that momentum. Either way, we've got the other half of the year left. We're
Yeah.
going to utilize it.
Yeah. You don't want to be looking back at this time next year and saying, damn, I wish I really got going on my business because look where I am now and it's not where I wanted to be.
Yeah.
There's so much available. And so that's exactly what we support with. We support you with your biggest goals and dreams and holding you accountable to go for it. And this is a snack of Aligned CEO. This is all about sales. It's all about cash flow. It's all about really understanding how to bring money into your business because that's the most important thing. So we lead with that and we invite our aligned CEOs in because we want to give this to our aligned CEOs as well. So if you're thinking about joining aligned CEO, but you're like, oh, should I do cash flow or aligned CEO? Come into aligned CEO and get cash flow on us. We want our aligned CEOs and our cash flow folks, everyone in the conversation of how can I make more money in my business? We hold you accountable and step by step give you the actual tools and let you practice on exactly how to bring more money into your business.
It's perfect.
You need it.
If you want testimonials, let us know. I've got a whole slew of them in my back pocket. Happy to share them with you. If you're like, can I hear or see what other people have had to say about this? Yes, I can show you from every type of business, from people who've been with us for 1 month to 5 years, can share it all.
Yes. Okay. We'll be back tomorrow. And tomorrow we're talking about exactly what you're going to learn in cash flow.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Cashflow registration is now open, and we're talking cash flow that feels good in your soul and your bank account. Join us starting June 25th for 5 weeks of coaching and learning, where we're going to completely transform how you think about and create money in your business. This is your chance to master a simple sales process that works for you and focus on the financial health, aka cash in the door, in your business. So if you're ready to be held accountable, challenged, and coached to not just learn how to increase your sales, but actually make it happen, then do not wait. Grab your spot now by heading to myalignedpurpose.com/cash-flow. When you register, your mindset content will be released instantly upon your purchase. And for those of you that register before Thursday, June 19th, you're going to save $500 off of your pricing. And for those of you that pay in full, you're going to be able to join our global community of Cashflow Queens. We'll be sending you our favorite mug in the mail. We can't wait to see you on the inside.